Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ramsgate Rail Pool League Invitational, brought to you by Only Frames, the home of below average pool. Lou, the fan favourite, the big dog, has just smacked those balls like a red-headed stepchild. It's come up dry, which is unbelievable, and has invited Noel to the table. He's planted yellow onto red, and he will be playing reds the remainder of the frame. And this is half a chance. And when Noel is playing well, when he's fluid, he's a handy player. He's one of the guys that can actually do a bit on the channel. Lou is not one of those guys, but he's going to come back to the table. He's been left less than nothing here. Noel will be glad that red didn't drop. I've honestly no idea what Lou's going to do here. I presume it's going to be some sort of hit and hope. It looks like he's going to try and roll this yellow down towards the bottom pocket. He didn't. He just sort of pushed it out. Probably would have wanted it on a little bit further so it's easier into that right hand side middle pocket if he does get a chance back at the table. I'm not entirely sure he will. There's no difficult ball there as such for Noel, although he's trying to make hard work of this. He's just had a rush of blood to his cueing arm, screwed back an absolute mile. He's rolled that over the hole. I was just about to say it's a good recovery, but it's a decent shot. Lou's going to need a good clearance from here. It would be all of his balls and the back, so kind of equivalent to a dish. And Lou's had his one dish for this lifetime. It seems unlikely we're going to get that again. He has taken the easy yellow to the cursed middle pocket as his starter for 10. Let's see what he can do here. Is he going to drop this in? Yeah, he drops it in. I thought that he might think about hanging it over the hole so that the black has got one less pocket it goes to. He's not thought about position here, and Lou isn't really a thinking man's pool player. He sees what he wants to pot and he goes for it. A lot of the time I don't know what Lou's doing. Even here, has he tried to double it back on itself? He'll take a triple. Somehow it stayed over, and you've seen why that is called the cursed middle pocket. I don't know how that's managed to stay up. This now is a real inviting chance for Null. He's going to take these two over the top. Just run through off of this. And he just needs to make sure he gets this positional shot red to black right, because the yellows are there for Lou, and if he gets a chance, he is capable. Oh, that's unfortunate. If it had stayed where it was, it would have been the easiest of drop-ins. He's now going to come off the top cushion and try and drop it into that middle. He is. He's playing off the top. Little bit aside, I imagine. Oh, too much. Pushed it out into the open table. Left the white against the side cushion. That's not too bad at all. Lou's going to need some effort to steal the frame away from here. Has Louis just tried to play a snooker? Oh, I love this. Louis attempted the snooker. He's not quite got it. In fact, I think all he left was the potting angle, which is a bit unlucky, and it's a good pot from Noel. Frame 2, Noel's playing yellows. We're a little way into the frame. God knows what we've missed. Nothing good, I can guarantee that for you. And these yellows are looking inviting. He probably wanted that to roll on a little more. He might have wanted to be on the other yellow to the bottom right, but he's missed the one to the middle. This is a real chance. You see Lou almost skip into the frame. He thinks he's got this in his locker. It's just a simple roll down to the bottom left hand side pocket. That looks dead straight on this red, which is really not where he wanted to be at all. Is he going to try and force an angle, pinch a bit of the pocket? Is he going to try a really, really deep screw back? Or is it not straight at all and my eyes are terrible? We'll find out. It wasn't straight. I tell you what, he's got some loads of top on that cue ball, and the position couldn't be any better. This is going to be 1-1, and Lou's got himself in the game. Noel at the table playing reds. That's a loo ball. Pound in the pot, please. And through this season, Noel has been very generous with the loo ball so far. He's been fouling far more often than he has in the past. Lou's put the ball where he wanted it in the ball, potted to that middle pocket, missed down towards the bottom. I think he's left Noel only this one on the right hand side of the table. Noel's cued that lovely, to be fair. It's a real good pot. He's got to find a way to get on to the ball that's on the cushion. He's gone for it now. That'll do him. The little kiss threatened to cause him problems, but it didn't. It did drop in, only just. He's played no position. The white has stuck to the cushion, making this harder than it really needed to be. He makes sure of the pot. I think this looks a bit in off. And it doesn't look like Noel's doing anything with the cue ball. It was in off. Where's the black? Oh, it didn't have the legs. A lot like Lou in that respect. What can he do here? Is he going to take these out? Is it going to be a case of pot and stitch? There's a good pot to get him started. Does this yellow squeeze past the black? Potentially kick it away from the pocket as well. It'll be a good shot if he can manage it. He's dropped it in clean. That keeps the pressure on Louis though. He's going to have to try and get on this yellow in the middle of the bottom cushion. I think he's got to come back up. He would have wanted to been higher on this yellow. This makes this difficult. He's going to have to play it at pace. Loads of screw back and try and put the yellow in the black pocket. Oh, he's just stunned it. He's just stunned it, and I don't know why he's done that, and I don't know why he's looking disappointed, like the cue ball should have done something other than what it did. Who knows what the plan was, but that's what he's done. Is he going to try and put it top left? No, he's just given it a wow. It's gone towards top left. That is absolutely diabolical. He's apologised, as he should. Season 1 or 2, Louis would not have apologised. They would have claimed that they played it. We saw it before. Nearly won best shot of the season, the fluke that he had. This time he's admitted it was a fluke. He's potted the black. It's 2-1 to Louis, and he's absolutely robbed him. That is a crime against an old person there. And we're joining frame 4. Lou just coming to the table after Noel's miss. This frame is an absolute dog's dinner by the positioning of these balls. I don't know why we've been dropped in here. Maybe Chris, our editor, is punishing us. There's a Lou ball though. Right on form for the dog. He's not been as bad this season as he has been previously, but I'm sure we're due a game where he's just going to be dropping Lou balls in left, right and centre. Noel has put one over the pocket, split the two up. I think he wanted to be playing this one at the bottom of the table next, but he didn't get into it enough. This will swing round off the cushions quite nicely. The white's going to be travelling after a thin cut on the yellow to the bottom right pocket. I was very careful how I said thin cut. Really took my time. Where is that white finished? It's not quite got behind the red. This is not easy, and he's got a little bit of an in-off look to it as well. No, it doesn't, Scott. What in the world are you talking about? What a great pot that was. That's why Chris dropped us in there. He knew what he was doing. Frame 5. Noel at the table playing yellows. This game is a lot closer than it's really got any right to be. It's only a fluke from Louis that has kept him in this match. Otherwise, Noel has kind of been a bit rampant. He's going to take this yellow to the middle. He's obviously got the tricky ball there. Could have done without either of those kisses. This is going to be dead weight yellow to the middle pocket, and this is not easy. And the yellow after this won't be any better. He's gone top. That might just be my eyes, but that looked like it rolled off an absolute mile. If this table is wonky, and to me that looked diabolical, then I am blaming it for all of my problems. We've got a belly cam, which is not the most body positive camera, but it is a new feature to Only Frames. Chris, check in on Lou's honesty. You're going to have to let us know in the comments. Was he all right there? It looked suspiciously like his t-shirt was flapping over that red ball to the top. I'm not sure it would make any difference to the frame, but rules are rules, Lou. Rules are rules. It's a good pot. He's done Noel a favour and brought his tricky ball off the cushion, so Lou's going to need one more good pot here up to the... He didn't go to the top. I was convinced he was going to the top. Maybe he saw Noel's one roll off so dramatically and thought, you know what, I'm not chancing that. Noel's dropped that into the top, no problems. And since Lou was kind enough to develop the yellow for him, this should be absolutely academic. This is probably going to have to go to the top. No, he's playing it to the middle. It didn't have the legs like Brad. It's come up short. Lou is going top right first. This is an absolute gimme, and these are the ways that Lou has been taking frames off Noel, is that Noel's made a mistake or Lou's had a diabolical fluke. This is going to be 3-2, and it is absolutely undeserved. That belly cam now might be super important. Top left-hand corner, you can see Lou lining up a shot from earlier in the frame. Is this going to be a worldie? Is that why we're being shown it? No, it was a Lou ball. Of course it was a Lou ball. And the pot ticks over £240. And Noel is working through the yellows this frame. Oh, he could have done with that rolling on a bit more. I think he's going to have to play this cushion first. He's done well to hit it. He's left it over the pocket. He just needed a bit more on the cue ball, the shot prior to that. What is Lou going to do here? I don't think Lou knows what Lou's going to do here. He's going to pot the most obvious ball, I would imagine. So this down to the bottom left. Not a lot of position going on. Does that red go to the middle that's tied onto the black? Well, he's played onto it, so I assume it must. But that is probably very bold of me. He's down on it like it goes. He just needs to make sure he doesn't get the white stuck to the black after dropping this in. Yeah, he's done well, and he's got a big pocket top left now. He can sort of play this cushion first and then use the yellow to make sure it drops in. Or he can just not even try for the pot, hit the yellow full in the face and somehow come up with the red in front of the pocket. I don't know how that's actually happened, but it has. Noel now has got work to do. He'll do well from here. Loads of screw back. Oh, he's put one of his yellows safe, which is worst case scenario. Lou has got to drop this red without catching the yellow on the way back down. I just wonder if he's going to put some left hand side on it to check it, so it comes back inside of the yellow, as that was always the danger. He has managed to put another one of Noel's, the other one of Noel's yellows on the cushion. He's looking at the pot to the bottom right. Some pot this would be. I think the double up to the top right is a natural from there, but what do I know? Oh, and he's decided to play a safety. He can't have missed it by that much if he was playing the pot. It wasn't even in the same postcode as the pocket. No, rolls that yellow up over the top. A little bit unlucky. This is just off straight, which actually is a lot easier than dead straight. I think most people would tell you that. Lou doesn't need to do anything with the cue ball, just needs to drop it in. He can play it dead weight, so if it doesn't go, it just sits over the hole. Or he can play another safety shot. Is Noel now going to bring that yellow off? No, he's going straight for it. Where's the white? He needs it to slow up. It's gone too far. Is he just going to double this? It's a good double. Has he got one more good pot in to nick this frame from Louis and do what he's been doing to Noel. He's overhit it. He's done a Louis and he's just blasted it. The line was perfect. It looked like it was in, but it was just too much pace. What's Lou going to do from here? Whack. Over the middle. No. He's left a teaser up for Noel. How long is this going to go on for? Why have I been punished with this game? Oh no, that's a cracking pot. Finally it's done and it's free. Earlier this frame, is it going to be another worldie from Lou? Or is it, as I suspect, a very elaborate Lou ball? I didn't expect it to be quite that elaborate. I thought it was just going to be a run-of-the-mill Lou ball, but no. That was like a trick shot Lou ball. And that charity pot keeps on ticking upwards. Lou's playing reds in this frame. As I was waffling on about his elaborate Lou ball, he did actually play quite a nice shot up to the top pocket, a double, used the yellow to make sure he knocked it in. He's called a foul on himself as well. What a gentleman he is. Noel has decided to put his yellow on the bottom cushion using the jaw, and actually decided, you know what, Lou, you were so honest. I'm not gonna pot. I'm not gonna do any damage for that shot and the visit. You can have your go back. And he's cleared the bottom pocket. It shouldn't make much odds. Lou should just be looking to drop this red into the middle. Absolutely dead weight. And then he sat on the hill looking to get a win under his belt in Division 1. And he has flapped. He's done the old 20p, 50p at the thought of nearly winning. That's a good pot. Noel's going to go to the top left. He's got this one in the middle afterwards. Oh, he's just run it in after. What's happened there, Noel? That's an absolute nightmare. And Louis is going to pick his pocket for yet another frame. He's like the artful dodger of pool. Lee on the table next to him would be Fagan in that case. I'd love to see the pair of them giving it a bit of pick a pocket or two. Lou is on the hill. Is Noel going to salvage a draw? Not if he keeps dropping white balls in. He's not. That pot has taken a nice little bump this game. While Lou's going to make a dog's dinner out of this shot and a visit, I'll point you in the direction of our other socials, still on TikTok, Instagram. I believe we've got a Facebook page knocking about as well. Likes, comments, follows, all very much appreciated. If you want to see us try some stuff, we'll give it a go. Fair warning, we'll probably fail. And we are drawing towards the end of what has been an absolute marathon of a game. It's been a real slog. Can Louis take these yellows out and nick a win from Null? Probably an unexpected win for most of us. We probably would have thought Null had the edge in this. This is a chance for Null here. He's one good pot away. This red to the top, but just make sure the white goes past that yellow so you can see the next red and he's okay. And he's missed the red, and that's something he would normally pot. He's had a bad day at the office, has Noel today. And Louis, to be fair, has punished him. Generally at the third or fourth time of asking, but he has punished him in the end. That's a good shot, that, from Lou. He's potted it. There's position. He can run this through now and get rid of one of his bad balls. Probably wanted that through a little bit more, actually. Needed a bit more top on it. Is he going to try and take this to the top? He's got the big pocket there with the red, so it makes sense. And the white's naturally going to shoot across the table. Yeah, well played, Lou. And he could probably afford to roll this other one that's stuck to the cushion down the pocket, down towards the bottom right pocket as well. And he has. It's like he's listening to me. He's having a think about his game, which you like to see from Lou. Didn't make it, but it was the right decision. And this white is the wrong side of the red for Null to get on to his final two. So he's got work to do with the cue ball. And when you start introducing loads of side or top or things like that, you make the pot harder. He needed more on the white. This is a thin cut, and this white is definitely going to travel. Oh, it's dropped. He's controlled the pace of that really well, has Noel. Surely this is going to be a 4-all draw. Again, good positioning. Noel will feel like it's points left on the table, but over the balance of the game, 4-all is probably the right result. Handshakes, it's a draw. The dog taking an unexpected point from Noel.